What's happening, guys? Welcome to another episode of Quizine TV, where we quiz the cuisine. This week we continue our eating at home adventure. I'm going to be bringing in some Venezuelan cuisine. Venezuelan cuisine. Now, this is something completely new to me. I've never tried Venezuelan food before. I have tried South American food, different South American foods, but Venezuelan food itself is new to me. So I'm very, very excited to see what's in store for us today. If you look at the sort of history of Venezuela, if we go back to the sort of 16th century or so, from when the Spanish went and started exploring the New World, and indeed lots of countries around Europe too did the same thing. They went there and tried to get a stake of this new territory. And as a consequence of that, we're going to see some European influences, I think, in the food that we try today. European being sort of, as you'd expect, Spanish and Portuguese, who are very active in that part of the world. Through colonization as well, we started seeing the importation of African slaves, mostly from West Africa, into Venezuela as well. And then come the 18th century or so, when cocoa started becoming one of the real big exports of Venezuela as well, the number of African slaves who were brought over by the colonial powers also increased. So in the cuisine, we're going to see a mix of that sort of the European foods that we've mentioned, but also West African flavors, I think, West African ingredients. And also, I think you'll see some of those Native American traditions as well being reflected in the food. So I'm expecting it to be a bit of a mishmash, and that obviously excites me. And the restaurant we're going to be going to today to try our Venezuelan cuisine is none other than the great Arepa Co. They've got two branches, one in Bethnal Green and one in Dalston. We're going to the Dalston branch today. Alright guys, we have returned from the restaurant where we have collected our Venezuelan cuisine. Now the first thing we're going to try is the cachapa, and this is a staple in Venezuelan food. You'll find it all over the streets of Venezuela and in some neighboring South American countries like Colombia. And effectively what this is a pancake made from maize or corn, which is a staple food in that part of the world. Now this maize is used to make almost a pancake-like base, and then within that base they put in a number of fillings. We have gone for what they call the cachapa mariana, and this is basically that maize pancake we were talking about, but it's filled with shredded chicken, guacamole or avocado, and some cheese, and there's also some plantain in there as well. So this is going to be incredible. Now it looks quite similar to a pancake. The color is a bit more sort of yellow, and it's got black bits on it from where it's sort of been crispy pan fried, and it looks absolutely delicious, quite thick and quite dense in terms of texture. That is absolutely delicious. That cachapa, the base of the dish, the bread, is so sweet. It's really, really sweet, got this natural sweetness to it, and that works actually quite well with the chicken and the cheese and the guac. Really sweet. It's almost like as sweet as a normal pancake. I love the mix of sweet and savory. The cheese is strong and pungent, as is that chicken. The chicken is the texture is quite mushy. It's quite simple. It's almost like a chicken mayo that you might have in a sandwich, but that chicken mayo is inside this, and instead of mayo it's more avocado, which gives it that creamy taste. Right guys, so the next dish we are going to try is none other than the arepa. Now the arepa is another hugely common dish in Venezuela, but also neighboring Colombia, even Bolivia. This is made from the same staple ingredient, from maize flour, so from corn flour. The difference between this and the cachapa is that this is made into a sort of harder dough. So it's more similar to your conventional bread. It's almost more like a bread roll or a pita, to be honest. So we've actually gone for the same filling here, the Mariano filling, which is basically chicken, avocado, cheese, and some amazing fried plantain, which you guys know is one of my favorite things. Oh, that is delicious. That is absolutely delicious. That is an amazing form of carb or bread. I'm going to take this up a notch because I'm going to actually drizzle this arepa in some of the sauce that I've been given on the side. This is the picante, a very popular chili sauce across South America. It's effectively made from chilies, from jalapenos. So I'm going to drizzle a little bit on there. It's some homemade picante sauce that they make in the restaurant. Oh yeah, that is absolutely phenomenal. Completely changes the dish. The arepa itself is not as sweet, nowhere near as sweet as the cachapa. It's a bit more kind of mild. Texture is brilliant. It's like almost like a sourdough in that it's quite tough, but it kind of really works. And that picante sauce really elevates the whole thing to another level. It's explosive, it's spicy, it's flavoursome, all works together wonderfully well. Right, so up next, these are the cassava fries, or yuca chips, as they call them in Venezuela. Again, a super popular snack or a side dish in Venezuela, in parts of South America, and it's just a real starchy, carb-filled replacement to potato or rice or pasta, some of the stuff we're so used to having. So if you're feeling a bit exciting, take a chance, move away from the traditional French fry, which is made of potato, and try these yuca fries or cassava chips. They are absolutely delicious. And the awesome thing is they are served on the side with this special sauce. Some call it the mojito sauce, but it is effectively a chili mayonnaise. So let's grab a good bit of this, a cassava chip, dip it in there. Here goes. That is delicious. I've been to quite a few countries in South America. I've been privileged enough to travel to Colombia, to Peru, to Brazil, even to Cuba, which is more Central America, but it has some similarities in terms of the cuisine to South America. And in lots of those places, I delved in to trying this incredible dish, the cassava chip. Absolutely incredible. I think it really epitomizes South America. This way of serving up the cassava, sprinkle a little bit of chili for that flavor. It's really good, and this sauce is delicious. Next up, another super common dish in Venezuela, but also across South America. These are the black beans, or frijoles negras. It's actually super popular in Cuba. I remember when we went to Cuba, we pretty much had this with every single dish. Very common in Brazil as well. This is just a South American favorite, and it's just a bean. It's black in color, very thick. The sort of sauce on the side looks almost like a gravy. It's that thick, and if you dig your spoon into it and pull it out, you're left with what looks like chocolate stains. It's just such a simple yet wonderful thing. It's brilliant. It works very well with fish or meat. Wonderful. Salt content there is quite nice and high. It's quite striking. The bean itself, super soft, super creamy. It just dissolves into your mouth, almost turns into a paste. It's got this wonderful natural smoky flavor to it as well, almost like a charcoaly smoky flavor. That's the sort of natural flavor of the bean. It's seasoned in a very simple way. We're talking some salt, onions, garlic, tomatoes, some cumin, some vinegar. Nothing too complex, but it's got this incredible flavor. Next up is a dish I'm very excited to try. This is the Venezuelan fried chicken, ladies and gentlemen. And what makes this incredible is that the chicken is glazed in guava and chipotle. It's super smooth, super soft, got a lovely crispy edge. And on the side here, what takes this dish up a notch is not just the guava and the chipotle coating of the chicken, but it's this incredible amarillo sauce. So this is going to be a fruity chili flavor with chipotle and guava glazed chicken, which is obviously going to be spicy and fruity also. I love the flavors of fruit when they combine with savory dishes, as you guys know. So this is going to be incredible. Oh my god. They often say amarillo tastes like sunshine, and whoever made that up was right. That is so amazing. It's sweet, it's chili, it's fruity, it's got a lovely brown color to it. It's a little bit sticky as well. Just wraps around that fried chicken incredibly well, and it tastes like the sun. There's warmth to it, there's a level of comfort to it. That fried chicken is delicious, unlike any other chicken I've tried. Very, very crispy, very flavoursome, and these two work perfectly together. Oh, this is amazing. Venezuelan fried chicken. Unreal. So next up, guys, we're going to try a super, super common Venezuelan street food snack. This is called the Tequeno. This is effectively a bread stick, or a cheesy bread stick, as it were. It's a lovely piece of dough, bready dough, and inside they've shoved cheese. Now, cheese is super, super popular in Venezuela. It's called queso blanco in the country, which basically means white cheese in Spanish. They love this cheese. They use it everywhere. A lot of the cachapas that we've had, or any of the other dishes that we've had, are shoved with this cheese. Now, this is delicious. This is a super rubbery, stringy kind of cheese, and it's shoved inside this piece of dough. And it's a really good way of trying what is effectively one of the nation's favorite dishes, the cheese and also the bread generally. Now, if you look outside at this queso blanco, it's very, very tough, quite rubbery. But when you taste it, it's got that lovely squeaky, rubbery goodness in the same way halloumi cheese has. And what takes this up another notch is their signature guava dip that they serve on the side. This is an ultra sweet sauce. You dip this in there and it's a match made in heaven. So let's get a little bit of that lovely sweet syrupy sticky sauce and take a bite. Unbelievable. The cheese in that is brilliant, just like halloumi, as I said, rubbery, thick, got that elasticy bite to it and that squeakiness to it. Very good. That bread on the outside is nice. It's kind of hollow and got the perfect balance of sort of oily goodness but a little bit of crisp to it as well. And that guava sauce is so sweet. It's actually might even be a bit too sweet. I think I might prefer this with a bit of a chili sauce or some of that picante sauce. But honestly, really delicious, really good. I mean, this is a starter or a side dish. I probably should have began with it, but hey ho, I thought I'd end with it. Absolutely amazing. Great to try the Tequeno. Great to try that incredible queso blanco as well that they absolutely love in the region. Delicious. Alright guys, that's it. Food's been cleared up, been absolutely devoured, and oh my god, was it incredible. Honestly, it was unbelievable. Such a range of spices, good mixing of the fruity and the savory goodness. Really interesting sauces that we had there on the side, from the chili sauce to the mojito sauce to the guava sauce to the amarillo chili sauce, and a really unconventional way, for me at least, different way of having the sort of staple bread in the form of the cachapa or the arepa, made from maize, from corn, so fundamentally different from the bread that we used to have, which is made of wheat. Very interesting food. And I think the fact that Venezuelan food is a concoction of so many different places, as we've mentioned at the beginning of the video, really came through with every bite. I am definitely going to be trying Venezuelan cuisine again. I hope you guys will check this place out, Arepa Co. I hope you liked this episode. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, comment, and share our content. Make sure also to subscribe to our channel Quizine TV and hit the notification button so you are made aware anytime we upload. You can also check us out on our social media channels. Give us a follow on Instagram, give us a like on our Facebook page, and follow us on our TikTok page too, where we regularly upload exclusive content. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again next time. Bye.